What's up, MK Squad? Welcome back to another legendary top of the moot reaction video, baby. You dig. So today we got the Untold Truth of Harry Styles, man. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. And if you already subscribed, we thank you, truly appreciate you, and you are a blessing, man. So today, I'm excited. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're a Harry Styles fan or just a One Direction fan, One Direction family, period, man. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. It helps out the channel a lot, man. And it's totally free, man. So I'm not going to do no more talk. I'm going to get straight into the video. Let's go.
Harry Styles launched a massive solo career following his One Direction days with a legion of fans who follow his every move. Though his star burns bright, Styles still exudes the charm of a small-town English boy. How does he do it? This is the Untold Truth of Harry Styles. After Harry Styles performed the still unreleased track, Medicine, live in May 2018, Billboard reported that Twitter users immediately called the song a bisexual anthem, claiming that the lyrics confirm the singer's sexuality.
I feel as though as long as the artist, the singer, Harry, being the creative, legendary, iconic person he is, if he didn't confirm that, just don't put your 2 cents into it, man. I know we can't help ourselves sometimes, man. But just learn how to restrict yourself. Like, I'm just not going to say nothing. You know what I mean?
Easy to see what all the fuss was about. What with lyrics like, the boys and the girls are here, I mess around with him, and I'm okay with it. Billboard also pointed out that it's difficult to discern the exact lyrics of the song since the audio is really rather warbly. Either way, openly gay figure skater Adam Rippon had this to say about the song.
I think he's just sort of like on a journey and he doesn't really care, and I hope that like young kids can like look to that and they
exactly free spirited, man, being himself, being true to himself, being genuine, being being iconic, I should say. I feel as though if he wasn't being genuinely himself or true to himself, it would be more backlash than people just adding their assumptions. So I feel like individuals adding their assumptions is more minor than individuals actually giving you backlash for not being yourself. Comment down below if you agree with what I'm saying, man. If you don't, I respect it. You know what I mean? We got 2 different perspectives. You know what I mean?
can really, go on a journey.
In August 2019, Rolling Stone profiled Styles, writing that he likes to cultivate an aura of sexual ambiguity, as overt as the pink polish on his nails. On his first solo tour, he frequently waved the pride, bi, and trans flags. So why exactly
some artists, you only live once. Some people just like, just paint my nails, just a little decoration. I just feel like it's free spirited. Doesn't mean they're homophobic. It doesn't have to define their sexuality. They could we all try things out in life. You know what I mean? Even rapper Lil Yachty. I'm not sure if you guys know about him or are aware of him. He put things on his fingernails and painted his fingernails. You know what I'm saying? Even iconic rock stars do it. Doesn't mean they're just automatically gay. You know what I mean?
Did he do that? Styles explained.
Well, I feel like as individuals, sorry to keep pausing the video, we shouldn't keep classifying and keep jumping to assumptions to create and make someone's identity be what it is. Like, oh, automatically he's gay because he does this, he does that. You never want to categorize, classify nobody, or just straight put out, oh, they're this. You know what I mean? Trying to sell somebody what their identity is. You cannot speak for nobody. You see what I'm saying? If they didn't confirm it, then just let it be. Let it be free-spirited. Let it be loving. That's why when I react to the videos, you guys might request, and it's like Harry and Now, and the sexuality part, I laugh at it. I feel like they just, it raises ambiguity, but who is us to question? It's their identity. You see what I'm saying? I look at it from a different perspective. They're amazing individuals. They're very creative, very, very musical icons, loving, genuine people, and I feel like they just be picking on each other and having fun. That's how I look at it. But we all got different perspectives. You know what I mean? I just say just back up a little bit. Just back away a little bit from assuming their sexualities and their identities. You know what I'm saying? Just love them for who they are. And even sometimes they might not even not know their identity, so they're being free spirited to find themselves. We don't know what's going on in the back burner or behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? You just support. You just show love. You just show peace. You just show positivity, baby, positivity.
To Rolling Stone, I want to make people feel comfortable being whatever they want to be. I'm aware that as a white male, I don't go through the same things as a lot of the people that come to my shows. I can't claim that I know what it's like because I don't. So I'm not trying to say I understand what it's like. I'm just trying to make people feel included and seen. As of this writing, the star hasn't publicly defined his sexuality, telling The Sun in 2018, I don't feel like it's something I've ever felt like I have to explain about myself. Harry Styles has an estimated net worth of £50 million. That's approximately $64.8 million.
You deserve it, brother.
It's a bit hard to imagine him ever working a day job.
So tell me a bit about you.
I work in a bakery.
At one point, Harry Styles was like every other struggling musician.
It's just amazing and beautiful how individuals could go from one thing and then another thing. Like you never know. You see what I'm saying? That's why you should never judge. You see what I'm saying? It's like a flower is just a seed and then it turned into this beautiful flower. Obviously, we had to find out what the flower was going to be before we start identifying, oh, this is a sunflower. Oh, this is a rose. You know what I mean? It's just how beautiful we can end up if we stick to our dreams, keep pushing ourselves, stay motivated, keep grinding.
Before Simon Cowell plucked the singer from the X Factor auditions, he indeed worked at a local bakery for 2 years.
We're going to the bakery that I used to work in. I always kind of pop in when I go home.
According to The Mirror, Styles was 14 years old when he started working at W. Mandeville Bakery in his
I
hometown.
worked at 14 too. Actually 13.
The star
Sorry
made
guys, hitting the
£6 an
camera.
hour, which is approximately $7.80. He cleaned the back areas and counters, mopped the floors, and washed trays every Saturday. Though Styles presumably lives a cushy life these days, he apparently never complained about the hard work. In fact, it sounds like he was a star employee. According to Simon Wakefield, his former boss, he was the most polite member of the staff we've ever had. Customers really took a shine to him. The shop suddenly had an influx of girls when Harry worked here. Sometimes there would be 12 of them pouring in at one time. Considering how people react to him now,
Got the
that's pretty
girlies.
much what we'd expect from the future cover boy. In his early years as a genuine celeb, Harry Styles slept on a tiny mattress in a suburban attic. Emmy-winning producer Ben Winston opened up to Rolling Stone about
Just amazing, man. You come from like, that's why you should never define. You should never make your current situation be the sum of where you're gonna end up, because we don't know. Just keep grinding. Just keep grinding, putting in the work, man. Just keep grinding. You know what I mean?
about his friendship with Styles when One Direction was first getting off the ground. According to him, Styles basically turned into a house guest that wouldn't leave. The singer had recently moved out of his childhood home and purchased new digs near the Late Late Show with James Corden producer, but he had to wait 2 weeks before he could move in. Styles asked if he could crash with Winston, who happily obliged, but those 2 weeks suddenly turned into 20 months. As Winston told Rolling Stone, those 20 months were when they went from being on a reality show, The X Factor, to being the biggest selling artist in the world. That period of time, he was living with us in the most mundane suburban situation. Even when we went out for a meal, it's such a sweet family neighborhood, no one dreamed it was actually him. Harry Styles didn't just leave behind his bakery job when he made it big with One Direction, he also left behind his former band. According to the Manchester Evening News, Styles was the lead singer of a pop-punk band called, unfortunately enough, White Eskimo.
What sort of experience have you got music-wise? I'm in a band. Singing in a band with my friends at school called White Eskimo.
Styles only lasted 7 months with that particular band, but the boys trekked on without him. As of the making of this video, they haven't sold over 50 million records like One Direction, but it looks like they're still playing shows. They also released a music video for the song Save Me in September 2019. Meanwhile, White Eskimo's former lead singer hosted and performed on Saturday Night Live in November 2019, but White Eskimo doesn't seem to be sweating it. Will Sweeney took over lead vocal duties after Styles left, and he told the Manchester Evening News that the band doesn't want to live in the shadow of the former boy bander. Trying to compare us to One Direction is like comparing us to Westlife or Metallica to Take That. We are completely different. We haven't been Simon Cowell. How sassy. Harry Styles' mom.
I don't think it's sassy. It just imagine you still grinding and working hard at something you love. Yeah, an individual that was a part of your journey is now on a different journey. And, you know, some people are there for a season, and some people are there for a lifetime. Which one are you? You know what I mean? You just never know where you'll end up sometimes if you just keep putting your focus in and your laser on, and as long as it's not hurting nobody and it's good and you doing something productive with yourself, man. Harry just end up going a different route and end up being bigger than he expected to be. You know, just remaining humble. And just because Black Eskimo, nobody wants to keep, you were Harry Styles. You were Harry Styles you was Harry Styles old band. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Just appreciate the band and appreciate, you know, music and support, not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that. That's like a burden after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Might be the reason One Direction ever happened. In an interview with Rolling Stone, the singer admitted that he only ended up trying out for the X Factor because his...
I feel like the Salmon Cloud, quote unquote, was unnecessary, but that's how they felt.
Mom suggested the idea after hearing him sing in the car. As he puts it, your mom tells you things to make you feel good, so you take it with a pinch of salt. Styles ultimately competed in the Solo Boys category, singing a rendition of Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely, much to Judge Louis Walsh's dismay.
Harry, for all the right reasons, I am going to say no. I don't think
Regardless, Simon Cowell saw something in the young singer and brought him back to be part of One Direction.
I made a decision and I did this in about 10 minutes. Why do we put these 5 boys into a group?
Is that how it happened? He just called you into a room?
I mean, you're not gonna say no.
And you'd all been cut. And then you were called back.
Exactly.
Wow, man.
In an interview with CBS, Styles discussed the origins of One Direction's name. He and his fellow band members were tossing around different ideas, and he thought One Direction sounded good. Evidently, the name is rather random and doesn't seem to hold any greater meaning. Asked what the name was all about, Styles told CBS,
I honestly don't know. I suggested it. Now,
I mean, if I had to say it, I'd probably make this explanation. I'm not One Direction, but I probably would say we was all headed in one direction and being on X Factor and you know, hoping the best.
I was like, yeah, we like
I don't know, man.
That kind of stuff.
Harry Styles' solo project was a success from the start, and on both sides of the Atlantic. According to Forbes, his first self-titled full-length solo album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and has since gone platinum. He's a Hot 100 regular when you factor in his work with One Direction. His first solo single, Sign of the Times, first hit the UK charts at #1. He's also behind several songs you've likely heard, but might not realize he wrote. In a 2014 MTV interview, Ariana Grande admitted that Styles penned her track A Little Bit of Your Heart after a chance encounter between the two artists at a recording studio. As she tells it, he went into the other room and they were writing for a while, and I remember when I heard it, I was like, wow, that's a really strong verse. That's really beautiful. And then the chorus, I was like crying. So it's great.
Harry
Styles
got them
also partnered
heartfelt
up
songs,
with Meghan
man.
Trainor to write an acoustic love song called Someday Maybe. Trainor told BBC Radio 1 that she was surprised a 20-year-old dude like Styles could write lyrics that were, quote,
Don't be estimating my man's. My man could write, man. Just because he's 20. Well, what you trying to say?
poetic and mature. The song was ultimately given to Michael Bublé, who included it on his album Nobody But Me under the name Someday. Harry Styles reportedly has a passion for romantic comedies. In an interview with BBC Radio 1, the singer owned up to, or rather was called out for, absolutely loving Nicholas Sparks films. He told host Nick Grimshaw,
We kind of got into a routine of like, we would write, and then we'd have dinner, and then we'd watch countless amounts of romantic comedy.
He goes on to say, we'd watch anything that Nicholas Sparks has ever done. I always circle back to The Notebook.
That's that movie, man. Me and Mariah love that movie. That's me and Mariah, guys. Just want to let you know. We are The Notebook.
You love The Notebook. I don't like
Who
you
doesn't?
much.
Yo, who doesn't? Get this video. Get this video. I can't even talk. You see what I'm saying? That's how legendary The Notebook movie is. Get this video a like, man. A like. You got it. If you like The Notebook, get this video a thumbs up.
Look, you love The Notebook. Okay, I love The Notebook.
You're never not
I think it's a
watching
good
The Notebook.
movie.
Teenage fangirls catch a lot of heat, and Tumblr fanfiction doesn't really help their case. Nonetheless, Harry Styles seems to see something that the mainstream media doesn't. Teen girls, who made up a huge chunk of One Direction's fanbase, are the future, and they're every bit as cool as all the hipsters who go crazy over Arcade Fire. In fact, they're some of the most honest, genuine music fans out there. Styles told Rolling Stone in 2017, "Who's to say that young girls who like pop music, short for popular, right, have worse musical taste than a 30-year-old hipster guy? That's not up to you to say." He goes on to defend his fans, claiming that young girls like the Beatles. You gonna tell me they're not serious? How can you say young girls don't get it? They're our future doctors, lawyers, mothers, presidents. They kind of keep the world going. Teenage girl fans, they don't lie. If they like you, they're there. They don't act too cool. They like you, and they tell you, which is sick. So, there. Harry Styles certainly channels Mick Jagger with some...
For sure, like, if you don't have fans that keep it real, if you don't have, I mean, some fans, you know, just support whatever you make, you know what I'm saying, and that's good. But if you don't have some sort of fans that keep it real with you, you know what I'm saying, then it's like the fan base would you consider it toxic, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't really, you need realistic views, you see what I'm saying, to grow, and you know, have people feel your music.
Of his wardrobe choices. He even did a spot-on impression of the Rolling Stone star during a 2017 Saturday Night Live appearance.
Hello there, Steve.
Hey, this is that funny skit.
It's a bit of fun, innit?
But Styles' lifestyle couldn't be any more different. He's not, in fact, rolling fast.
boy
like
working out.
Instead, he might actually be one of the most wholesome rock stars on the planet. In an interview with The Sun, Styles admitted that he never really drank or did drugs on tour, partly because he was hyper-focused on turning in a decent performance. He told the publication, "On the first couple of tours, it was so exciting as we'd have a drink and go to parties, but for me, the albums got higher, so they become harder to sing. So I knew if I didn't come off stage and go to bed, I wouldn't be able to sing the next night. Also, it's just not for me. I'd rather wake up with a clear head." This sentiment somewhat sets him apart from some of his former bandmates. According to the Daily Mail, Zayn Malik and Louis Tomlinson were caught on video smoking what appeared to be a joint. And on his solo single, Good Years, Malik even referenced the divisive tour life, singing, "Too much drugs and alcohol, what the hell were we fighting for?" Perhaps the reason Styles is so grounded has to do with his solid upbringing. In 2017, he told Rolling Stone, "I feel very lucky. I had a great family and always felt loved." That said, there were some truly trying times when Harry was growing up. His parents split up when the singer was 7 years old, and Styles reportedly teared up while discussing this chapter of his life with Rolling Stone. During the interview, he realized he'd forgotten the exact moment he was told his dad would be moving out of the house. Honestly, when you're that young, you can kind of block it out. I can't say that I remember the exact thing. I didn't realize that was the case until just now. Yeah, I mean, I was 7. It's one of those things. Feeling supported and loved by my parents never changed. To this day, Styles remains close to both of his parents. He even served as the best man when his mother remarried. Longtime fans of One Direction know the band seemingly imploded when Zayn Malik left in the middle of their massive 2015 world tour, officially quitting shortly thereafter. As Us Weekly reports, the hiatus became indefinite.
I wouldn't say quitting, because Harry's not a quitter. He goes hard, as you can see in his performance and everything else. Top of the mood, legendary performance, iconic dude. Just say resign at least, you know what I'm saying? Different journey, you know what I mean? Chapter is closed, you feel me?
In 2016,
some of these wordings, you know what I'm saying? You gotta respect him as a human. He resigned. He moved on to a different part of his life.
Believe it wasn't Malik who originally voiced his desire to take a break, although he later told Beats One Radio,
"I never really wanted to be there, like, in the band. Like, I just gave it a go because it was there at the time."
In fact, it was reported.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta sacrifice and do things for a while that get you to a certain level to set yourself up to then, you know, do whatever you want. And I respect Zayn for that, you know what I'm saying? He respected the boys, at least, you know, he kept it real, you see what I'm saying?
Reportedly Styles who first suggested that the band take a break in 2004.
That's like, for example, I haven't read this book yet, but I heard a little bit about it. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm not sure if you guys heard the book. You probably seen it in the ad on YouTube. I have. I came across it. Amazing book so far. I when I did a little, quick read of what it's about. Well, the guy said he didn't like writing books, but he wrote books because it was something that was successful and it was working to set him up to be wealthy. Now, wealthy is a long time. Wealthy is basically how long can you go without working but still generate income. That's wealth. You see what I'm saying? When you don't got to work a day in your life. You know what I'm saying? Rich is just you having a lot of money. But I take the same example from Rich Dad Poor Dad of him doing books because it made him successful and it was getting him to another level. The same thing with One Direction and Zayn and Harry Styles and all of them.
Eventually, his fellow boy banders agreed and they made the announcement a few months after Malik left. In 2017, Styles told Rolling Stone, "I didn't want to exhaust our fan base. If you're short-sighted, you can think, let's just keep touring. But we all thought too much of the group than to let that happen. You realize you're exhausted and you don't want to drain people's belief in you. So now we can officially stop blaming Zayn Malik, okay? Check out one of her newest videos right here. Plus, even more."
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace!